While on a trip for work in Orlando, Florida, I got a chance to check out Gods and Monsters Comics. What an incredible store. More than just comics, without a doubt. They have all different sections, each organized with their own theme. As you see here, this is one of the three horror sections they have, with all sorts of collectibles, hard to find things, stuff that's retro vintage, things that are new. I was highly impressed. If you're ever in the Orlando area and you want a neat little comic book store to stop into, this would be the place to go. These monster putties from 1979 were so awesome. A little pricey, 100 bucks, but they are not easy to come by, especially still in the package. I was tempted, but I left them behind for someone else. And I thought that these scripts for the classic Universal movies, Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, were absolutely awesome. The Diary of Laura Palmer, all sorts of things, as you can see, well beyond just comics. I tell you, if I had room in my suitcase, I would have brought this home, this 3-pack of classic Universal monsters. So cool, but space was limited for me. That's totally fine. I just love how each little section is themed to different movies or different properties, be it comics or movies. I really thought that this Real Ghostbusters book was awesome. A love letter to the cartoons and the toys by Kenner. Here's yet again another section, fantasy, adventure, sci-fi. Really awesome. There's so much to see and take in. I spent a good hour in the store and I probably missed some things. Again, here's like their little anime section, and in the corner they have a bar called Vault 5421. It wasn't open at the time of day I was there, but a neat little thing to have in a comic book store. If you're into kaiju, Ultraman, Godzilla, they got you covered. There's a section dedicated for some hard to find kaiju models, books, comics, soft vinyl. Like I said, there's really something for everyone in this store. How about a section dedicated to just dinosaurs? You want to beef up your Jurassic Park or Cadillacs and Dinosaurs collection? I got you covered. How about He-Man? A whole section dedicated to that. Mostly new stuff here. Being so close to Disney, they had all sorts of Disney merch, stuff that's exclusive to the park, harder to find stuff like the McDonald's toys, a little something for everyone's fix. G.I. Joes, Ninja Turtles, both retro and the new stuff like the classified line. This was actually the first time I've seen these Mondo Ninja Turtles in person. They're soft vinyl things. They're actually pretty cool, big, bulky. So if you want to add something a little different to your Ninja Turtle collection, again, they carry some of the newer release stuff in this store as well. As fate would have it, as I was flipping through these 10 signs, I found this awesome Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Who thought to make this? And it was there for me. I know no one else would ever probably bring this home, but since I just found my Crypt Keeper, I'm gonna put it right up next to that. So it'll look great posed to that to keep with the theming. I was real excited to find this, and it was something I could bring home very easily in my small carry-on. And if you blink, you might miss it. I almost did. You may have caught it there, but in their horror section, or one of the 3 horror little sections they had, I found this really awesome promotional pin for Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I really love this stuff. You know, the promotional item sort of thing that you would get at the movie theater or at the video store. This is authentic from the 90s, and so it looks great. Posted up with my Bram Stoker's Dracula figures from Suncoast. I love those things. Some of my favorite things in my collection. And I grabbed a couple of more. The Village of the Damned, Island of Dr. Moreau. These were $3. And I just love these promotional pins. They look great up with my VHS tapes. And when I first walked in, I saw these Epic Hacks figures. And I've had my eye on these for a while. And especially this one that they had here. This is the Pirate. And you know, you don't see a lot of pirate themed figures at this scale. And with that glowing green sort of skull and all the extra pirate accessories, I was like, man, this would look really awesome on display in my room, and I actually have the perfect place for it. You know, I did a video last year about the Castlevania shelf that I have, and it's kind of bled into my classic monsters figure shelf. And so I thought this would be great up there. It really stands out. It looks like something from a Castlevania game. It just has a really unique look to it. That glowing skull, that green sort of glowing skeleton frame just looks awesome, and it fits in perfectly with my Castlevania enemies. And if you want, you can take off all the pirate stuff and just have this sort of radioactive skeleton to pose with different figures. So I thought it was neat. Like I said, I've seen these hacks before, these epic hack figures. And so this is the first time seeing them in person. I've only seen pictures of them online, but I thought, what a perfect thing to add to the Castlevania creepy monster shelf, especially this time of year for spooky September as we get geared up for Halloween in October. Again, it's a massive store. I spent an hour, maybe a little over an hour in there just making sure I covered every nook and cranny of what they had to offer, because there really is something for every type of collector, whether it's, and I didn't even show the DC Marvel kind of section. I guess I didn't get any footage of it, but if you're in the Orlando area, maybe you're there on vacation visiting Universal Studios or Disney, and you have a free afternoon, maybe a rest day, go check this place out. The staff is super nice, super helpful. If you have a question about a particular comic or collectible you're looking for, they'll be happy to answer it. The place is actually, what's interesting, it's tucked into this little sort of shopping mall area. And so it may be a little bit difficult to find, but type in the address, you'll be able to get there. And let me know, what did you think of this place? Have you been? What did you think of the stuff I picked up? Is there anything I missed? I enjoyed the conversation with my viewers. Drop me a line, share this with your friends, and it's like I say at the end of my videos, be kind as you rewind and fast forward through time. Thanks for stopping by 2 Day Rentals.